Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Gervonta Davis vs Rolando Romero. Romero says no game plan needed to take care of Davis. Rolly says a knockout of Davis will come naturally, no need for a game plan. With lightweight Rolando Romero back again in place to take on Gervonta Tank Davis in a May 28th pay-per-view in New York, Romero is back, talking up his confident game, heading into the biggest opportunity of his career. When Fight Hype caught up with Romero to talk a bit about the fight and how he might approach it, Romero made it clear he doesn't think he needs a specific strategy. Romero on his game plan to fight Davis. Yeah, I'll say going into a fight you have to have a game plan and all this stuff. I have zero game plan for this fucking fight. I have zero game plan. I just feel that everything's gonna happen naturally and he's just gonna run right into something. Yeah, there is certain things he does. There is certain things that I do and all this shit. But what do they say? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. I ain't got to have no damn game plan. Adapt, said Romero. Or if he takes confidence from his past experience with Davis, never spared him a lot of complications with the other party. He had his menstrual cycle going and he just couldn't, and I told him he should take like one of my hibiscus teas, help regulate him and all that stuff. But he don't follow directions, so, we ain't get that in, Rolly said. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 1000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Gervonta Davis vs George Kambosos Jr. The road to undisputed. WBA regular champion Gervonta Davis tackles Rolando Romero on May 28 before an expected order against George Kambosos Jr. As the former interim champion, Romero gets his opportunity next. Davis vs Romero got rest stipulated by the World Boxing Association due to a promise to have one sole title holder by 2023. Romero was the shadow secondary champion. This was before WBA president Gilberto Mendoza made the shocking decision to scrap all these kinds of titles. This scenario meant many interim rulers were left wondering what would happen next. Well, Mendoza added that all interim title holders would get a shot at the secondary champion of that division. That's where Gervonta Davis vs Rolando Romero comes in for 2022. But the winner will then get ordered to battle the super champion at the next mandatory order. This scenario should happen by the end of this year. Undisputed. Kambosos, potentially after a clash with Gervonta Haney and his mandatory with WBA, will have a voluntary later in 2022 or 2023. After all that, Davis will be in line for the undisputed title. That's why the Davis vs Romero and Kambosos vs Haney fight becomes so important. Both winners will be on the road to meet by the first half of 2023. The WBA acted to rid the sport of interim and regular belts. The move came following months of uncertainty surrounding their future, after allegations of racism, corruption, and questions over the scoring of fights. Ironically, the WBO spoke up after WBN stated they would not recognize the WBA as a sanctioning body until they clean up their act. My friend Gilberto Mendoza Jr. runs the WBA as he sees fit, said Paco Valcarcel. What I don't understand is that complacency of certain boxing writers. Also, TV commentators regarding the 42 so-called world champions that the WBA currently has in 17 divisions. The WBA have been designated as super, regular, interim and gold. For example, they currently have 4 champions in the heavyweight division. I don't understand it. I'm not going to keep quiet about it either. Gervonta Davis' chance. Mendoza didn't wait long to make his move. Now, all those holding a super title will have to face the secondary champion until only one winner remains. The WBA only has 26 champions right now, down from a high of 55. Therefore, 7 other fights need to happen to whittle down to 17. Gervonta Davis vs Kambosos is 1. Davis vs Kambosos or Haney for all the marbles at 135 in 2023? Yes, please. Let's get it on. Scandalous American lightweight Rolando Romero said in an interview with the Fight Hype TV portal that his compatriot Chris Colbert is not worthy of a rematch with Dominican Hector Garcia. A duel with whom took place at the end of February. Fuck Colbert, fuck his colored hair and cheap boxing, as he the fastest at 130 pounds? No, damn it, Roland Garcia is faster. Dudes, I just can't enjoy boxing without a hard punch, especially if the guys pretend to be cool and then gets hit in the ass. Colbert said something about the rematch, but does anyone really think he deserves it? He flew away from a fighter of 126 pounds, Romero said. Scandalous American lightweight prospect Rolando Romero shared in an interview with the Fight Hype TV portal his opinion about the last fight between compatriot Chris Colbert and Dominican Hector Luis Garcia. Hector Luis Garcia. I sparred with him right before my fight with the Tank came off. He beat the suit out of the dude. I thought Colbert's speed would be a problem, but Garcia and he, for a second, went up in weight, just fucked him up. And it's pretty funny because Colbert was saying all sorts of shit about me before this fight. After the account was opened, the first person he looked at was me, and he looked like a fucking deer. And I was smiling, the fighter said. Roland Romero admitted that his rapid rise was not ensured only by his victories. Until the end of my days, I will be grateful to Leonard Ellerby, because he gave me an opportunity when I did not deserve it. I just came to the gym and knocked the shit out of a couple of people, after which I was taken on a contract. Premier boxing champions have been patient with me and invested money and time in me. No one expected me to go this far, except for the shitter me. It all happened so fast. People will confirm that I have never refused to fight. I switched to 12-round fights immediately after the 6-round ones. I took fights on a weekly notice, Rolly said. Roland Garcia explains that he received mixed reactions after sharing mental health struggles. Undefeated lightweight contender Roland Garcia has no regrets sharing his personal battle with mental health, despite the mixed reactions he says he received from fans. The 23-year-old Garcia, who is ramping up for his in the ring return in April, discussed what the response has been like since stepping away from boxing, because he was battling depression and having suicidal thoughts. Boxing fans are a little bit more harsh than, say, if you were a singer. Even in the NBA, if you came out to reveal your problems, maybe you will get a better response, but I guess for boxing, you gotta be as told as you can be, or you're scared if you don't fight, but, you know, it just comes with territory, Garcia said. The last time we saw Garcia in a boxing ring was January 2021, when he got off the floor to score a knockout of Olympic gold medal winner Luke Campbell in the 7th round. The upcoming fight will take place on April 9 against Manuel Tagoe. Disney will stream the event. Garcia explained that the long layoff led some boxing fans to question his toughness, something he says they never question when he steps inside in the square circle. It's been told just hearing all these things about me, all these opinions on why or what's the truth on their reasoning, on why I'm not fighting. I gotta hear about myself and character. This hate, this noise, I know how special I am when I step into the ring. That's never been a problem. When I got into the ring, I always show heart and I always show determination, Garcia said. The silver lining is, Garcia says, for all the hate and criticism he's received for his transparency. A lot of athletes, influencers, and even people on the street have reached out to commend him on speaking up before it was too late. Garcia also has a Snapchat series coming out on the mental health, where he will introduce guests on the topic. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.